absurd seems completely sane.
Yo, what's up, people? As you know, my paranoia might have got the best of me making these videos, people stealing my jokes, stealing my ideas, and especially stealing my trades. I don't even mention too much on here, and somehow everything I was talking about a couple of weeks ago turned out to be these monster trades. So maybe I should just keep this to myself, but I just want to recap and talk about what's happened over the last couple of weeks. Oh, oil up, oil down. Oh God, UVXY. Oh no, SVXY. Oh, we're going down. Oh, we're crashing. Oh, we're rallying. Through all that nonsense, and I gave you the stocks that I liked. You know, I couldn't be more blatant about what I was holding by naming the video the stocks that I was in. Now, we were in the stocks from a couple of days prior to that, and we had just sold some of them. So it was kind of a mishmash of what I owned, and that wasn't just it. I owned about 12 or 13 stocks, which in turn turned out to be, some of the best ideas so far of 2016 to hang on to some of those beaten down energy stocks and the Joy Globals in the pot. But let me go back to, I think it was 2 Wednesdays ago, and I was feeling pretty good about myself, that my portfolio, I bought the dip, I got into some QQQ calls. I was in the FCX at 420. I was in the ATI at 10 and the US Steel at 666. Sign of the devil! And I was feeling good about that. And I didn't really want to day trade, but I felt like, let me go look for something to do. And I started trading against what normally makes me money. And I think you know what makes me money, right? Oh, by the way, let me preface everything again with I have no idea what I'm talking about. No idea how to trade. I don't even know what the stock market is. Stock market is the market of stocks and the stocks in the market. I know nothing. Like today, I knew nothing, but I know these setups that work, and then I press the button, and then good things happen. So let's go back to Wednesday and Thursday. I was in all these, I had bought the Twitter, and I was feeling good about the Twitter at that 1350, but I sold it in the aftermarket. So anyway, the next day, right? It was that next day after the Twitter. I think it was about 2 weeks ago now, right? And the market starts rallying, and I missed a bunch of the reversals, and then I got a little frustrated and I started chasing. And next thing you know, I'm trading as if I've never traded before in my life. Every trade, oh God, panic out, oh God, panic out, buy this, sell that, one after another. I think I did 22 trades between Wednesday and Thursday, and they were all losses because they weren't fitting the criteria that I like. I just felt compelled to do something because the market was moving so much. I didn't want to feel left out. What did we learn over the last 2 weeks? Just shut up, sit back, and wait for the trades to come to you, because then you get a day like this. We haven't even got to this day yet. Let's talk about whatever that was, Wednesday or Thursday. So there I was, churning my account, getting my ass kicked, one after another, just taking these small losses, and then some bigger losses, and then just doing everything there was to do wrong. But then there was that one trade, the Twitter. I like the Twitter. I said if once the Twitter comes out with earnings, I don't know whether or not they're going to be good, bad, or indifferent, but if the stock doesn't tank under 1250, and at one point we were thinking, this thing could be going at $10. Now again, I'm a fan of Twitter because I think eventually they're gonna figure out how to make money. When something's this ingrained in society, you got to figure out somehow, somewhere, they're going to figure out how to make money, or they're going to get bought out, and they own that cool thing, Periscope, which I'm a big fan of. So again, probably 22 trades I did, all for losses. But the one Twitter trade made up for all 22 of those losses. So that's why discipline and money management is just as important as finding ideas. Okay, so that brings us to today. Now, we were loaded up on the USO. We were up tremendously in the Glick fund. We decided not to take the profit because we thought we were going to make $1 million. And then next thing you know, it goes all the way back. So we figured, you know what? Let's buy some more. And it went all the way back. Where did it close at today? Right back to $8.59. So we were buying the thing at 9. We were buying it back at 8. Then it was $8.50. We bought more, and then it pulls back to 8. Next thing you know, we got our cost average to around $8.20. And we're holding on. But that's not even what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the FCX, the POP, the Joy Global, the ATI, the US Steel, the Alcoa, the the FEYE, the ATI, the KMI. Don't forget the Mobileye, that was today. The Solar City, the Devon Energy, the MPLX, which was pretty exciting, the WMB, and the NEM. Those were the stocks that I owned. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, holy shit, I own 17 stocks right here. What am I doing? But they were all going up. So how can you complain? The question is, when do you sell? I was waiting for this gap up day for them to roll over, and then it would be a clear-cut decision whether or not to sell or not. But we didn't get that day. We got a gap down, and everything started shitting the bed again, so I decided to take something off the table. Now, I still own some of these stocks, and I'm not going to tell you which ones I own anymore, because that you gotta pay to be part of it. But it brings us to today. Whether or not you traded a stock ever in your life, whether or not you felt like you've missed an opportunity, whether or not you feel like you were chasing, not chasing, whether or not you've gotten your ass kicked, today was the day. Today was the day that I talk about that only happens maybe once every month and a half. A full-blown reversal day. UVXY gaps up, rolls over. Now, the main market, the majority of the stocks that we were watching started rallying as the UVXY was going down. Because the first thing we look for is the UVXY to go down. That gives you an indication that the market is starting to gain strength. Then you start looking at your VWAPs and your 1 minute VWAP. And the secret sauce, which you only get if you're part of my group, is the multi-day VWAP. Holy shit. If I tell you these trades only happen, a day like this only happens once every, month and a half, maybe 2 months. But oh, by the way, UVXY is under 40 now. It's so fucking awful, that thing. But it's so great. So the day that we had today, you don't get too much. But not only do you not get the day that you get, but the internals. We were seeing some trades that you hardly see. And I'm talking about 1 minute breaks on the VWAP to what we call the multi-day VWAP, which also coincided with the half number break and the stock going green. That's like the perfect storm. That's to the point where if you were in the room, I was offering to buy the stocks for them and take the loss if it didn't work out. Otherwise known as a guarantee. Now again, I can't guarantee you everybody, if you do the trade, I could take, if we have 300 people doing the trade and it doesn't work out, I'm out of business in one day. But that's how amazing these trades were. These are the setups that you don't see. You don't see these setups. And then when you do, you should call whoever you know and say, I got a tip. This is the moment where you call your mom and dad, you call your friends, you call everybody and say, you got to get involved right the fuck now. Alright, now you can't see it from here, right? Blah, blah, blah. You see there's a big line over there, right? Yeah, let me see if I can say, right here is all that like there, and then it goes parabolic. That was the WMB trade. Now, WMB, another beaten down bullshit stock. I don't really know what they do. Williams Corp or some shit. Doesn't matter. Breaking the multi-day VWAP and going green as oil starts rallying. This is a 98.5% chance of making money. Now, if you notice, the chart I just pulled up looks exactly like the other one. This was WTW. Weight Watchers, Fat Oprah, Skinny Oprah, in and out of it. I don't know what she's doing. Marketing, she's manipulating the stock. It doesn't matter. At 1378, the stock was going green and breaking the multi-day VWAP. So what do? See, this is now this is where the frustration gets to you, okay? We're buying 1,000 shares, right, of a $13 stock. 1378 was my entry, right? Oh, it immediately goes to 1382. Then it goes to 1390. I'm in 1,000 shares at 1278. Sorry. 1378. I don't want to misquote myself now. 1378, right? Oh, wait, I promised somebody sound effects. You don't want a bomb going off while you're in the trade, right? You got a great idea. You want to get some springboard action. I got to get battery for that because that's a lot of fun. We're still going up in the aftermarket. That's how monstrous this rally was. So, the WTW breaks the multi-day VWAP. So now here's my problem. I'm so conditioned to the way I trade. If I get a stock go from 1378 to a whole number, as like it did to get to 14, I immediately think, all right, I won 1378 to 14 in what, took, 15, 20 minutes. We're up 220 bucks. Hits 14, starts coming in. I sell at 1398, 1397, 1396. But I don't sell at all because I'm getting a feeling that, I'll put a stop on the last 200. Yeah, I held 200. Woo, 200. So then you get your pullback, doesn't break back down. So now you're feeling good about it, right? So then when it gets back up to breaks the highs of the day, I'm thinking, well, first I'm thinking, shit, why didn't I hold it all? And then I'm thinking, here, it's getting to 1450. So it gets to 1450, starts coming back down, and I'm selling into 1449 and 1448, like a good trader should. And the stock goes up to 1550. Now, it turned out,
well, why didn't you hold it the whole time? Why didn't you buy it at the low and sell it at the high?
because you don't know. When you're in the heat of this moment, you don't know whether or not the reversal is going to reverse on you again. You put a stop on it, and like SVXY, which we were killing it in, but there was a point where it pulled back 40 cents, and we've got stopped out of the last couple of hundred, and then it rocked to the highs of the day, of course. The moral of the story here is that we had 17 reversals today, and that's just the ones we did. 17. Some magic number today, right? 17. It was something 17 before. Anyway. And that's just the ones that we did. I have OCD and ADD. Did I mention all the stocks again? Should I do it again? If you guys want to look at the charts later on. APC, DATA, DATA, DUST, DUST, FCX, Mobileye. Oh, the Mobileye, that was an earnings reversal. How'd you not buy that one? And over the multi-day VWAP. I would have came to your house, handed you cash to buy Mobileye. That's how confident I was on that one. Mobileye, you had the RAX, the Solar City, the URI, the UVXY, the WMB, and then you had the NXPI, the VRX, and we even had a trade. Where was the other one? Oh, it was just insanity. Insanity. So even if you were trading 100, 200 share lots, and once they got over the VWAP and the multi-VWAP went green, and you put a stop at the multi-day VWAP, none of them came back. None of them. So at that point, if you didn't raise your stop, that's what we were doing. If the stock would go up another 30 cents, we'd raise the stop up 15. And then if it did pull back, you would get stopped out. But you got nothing. You didn't get stopped out of anything. So the last 100, even just on the last 100 share lots, we were making 30, 50. Some of these stocks went up $1. Mobileye, we wound up getting stopped out on the pullback. And VRX, we were just happy to make 2 points that quickly. And we didn't milk. Nobody ever buys the low and sells the high. Nobody ever sells the high. As soon as I sold the Mobileye and I was the high of the day, I was like, trust me, I'm not going to be the high of the day here at 29.15. And then it pulled back to 28.80 and then rocked to 29.50. I was like, I told you. And then, every 5 minutes you're kind of changing your mind. But the thing is, if you're only using the VWAP reversals and the multi-day VWAP reversals as your entries, it's hard to fail. It's just a matter of how much money you leave on the table is what it comes down to. And this is one of those days, looking back, probably should have held some stuff. I held some. I bought a little bit more pot.
Oh, you're giving away the secrets now.
I bought some more pot. I bought some more Joy Global. I bought some more US Steel. And I shorted some more UVXY calls today. So that's what I did. Other than that, I'm not going to tell you any more of the other stuff. Everything else was basically a day trade. All right. And I'm going to take my orange Trump-looking skin and close up the day. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, and I know one guy came into the room, well, if you're such a great trader and you're always how come there's only 15 people in the room? Because I never get a chance to make the phone calls and send emails. That's why, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, I can't. You're out there, and if you come into the room, and by the way, I think what we got? We got about 15 people hanging out. All 50 of those people right now are willing to talk to you, because I'm done talking. I know what's going on. Again, I don't know what's going on because I have no idea. The stock market, what is that? I don't know anything. I just know the setups that I've been working continue to work. And if you want me to teach you how to find these setups, you got to show up. Now, how do you show up? You can't just come into my room. All right? There's no more open door policy. You got to call me or send me an email, and I'm very nice about welcoming you in for a couple of weeks and you get to see what it's all about. Now, there are days where we're just sitting in there. We began the day, I was talking about the crab cakes and chocolate chip cookies I had at the Options House gathering, and I'm about to throw up. That's what we spoke about for a half an hour because there was nothing going on. And then suddenly the whole day turns into a monster day, and we start spitting out winners after winner after winner after winner. So if you come in for 1 or 2 days,
this guy's a fucking dick. You know, he gave us one trade, it pulled back 12 cents, and he sold out of it, and then he's talking about his mom's box the whole day.
It was just one day. That's why it's an event. It's an experience. I'm the amusement park of Wall Street. You pay one price, you hang with me for life. For life! And that's going away too soon because I have a real job now. I'm going to be working for a hedge fund soon. I don't want to talk too much about it in case it all falls through. I might not be doing any of this. I might be barred from making YouTube videos and conversing with other people. I don't know. That's part of my negotiation. I need to be able to make YouTube videos and make fun of myself, or I don't even want the job. I think they'll be able to do it as long as I don't mention anything before I buy it and you front running and blah, 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 and SEC and rules and regulations and all that shit. I'm not a big fan of rules. Maybe you know that. But get in while the getting's good. Send me those emails. Give me a call. Come experience for what you... And if you're questioning...
I don't understand. Can you go through it?
Yes, I will go through it. But during the day, we trade and we learn on the fly. And I show you, this is why you want to get in, this is why you want to get in, this is where you want to get in, this is what could happen, this is your stop, and this is where you think the stock's going to go. That's it. They don't all work. Today, it was a rare event. They all worked. Every single one of them. It was it was one of those days where everything worked. And again, if I was trading options, I probably would have made $50,000 today. But I'm just dilly-dallying and teaching and trading at the same time. It's very difficult to do. That's why I'm thinking, this other job might be something great where I could put some real money to work and then hang out and do everything. And I don't have to worry about, making 20 cents on a trade. At least I'll have 5,000 shares instead of 500, and it'll be something. All right, friendo. Glad you sat through this video. I will put the information on the bottom. If you want to come in, come on in. And you should actually be more excited. It's the chat room with 300,000 people in there that you're not going to get any information. You're just going to see a bunch of scrolling people thinking that they know what they talk about, like guys on StockTwits. Oh, by the way, everyone on StockTwits is loaded. I went that stock trade. Nobody loses money in the stock market, and everyone on StockTwits is a genius. Because that's what I've learned at Day Traders Expo. So, you don't even need me, but maybe you do. Maybe you haven't found that guru on StockTwits who just feeds you information and you make all this money on Twitter or on StockTwits. Or you haven't been to a chat room where they never lose. Jason Bond has never put a losing trade on in his entire life. That's what I'm hearing. Tim Sykes never lost money ever on any trade, ever, in the history of mankind. I will never make a negative comment about anybody else. Greg Maninero, woo, you're the best, buddy. You're the best. I hope you're making money. I hope everybody's making money. I just want you guys to hang out with me. Give me 2 weeks. I'll show you that I'm the king. I'm the one.